Hey,
Nancy.
Nancy.
I'm already just wanting to get the whole series because the one episode was addicting.
Oh my God, your cats.
Yeah, we need to talk about your cats are wrestling in the
The cats
background.
are having a fight.
That's the best thing I've seen all day. That's amazing.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, don't.
I've been on
Don't be.
Zoom.
They're so.
I've been I've been on Zoom all day, and finally they're like, "Let us in." Anyhow,
Well, that's awesome. Yeah, that's it really jumps in with the show and everybody, that was what I think drew me to the pilot anyway, was like, there's so many questions after the first episode and you just have so many thoughts and so many predictions and you want to know if you're right and you want to know who you should trust and who's the bad guy. So it really jumps in without giving you time to breathe from the very first scene.
I agree. I mean, since you started, talk a little bit more about Tori, because I'm sensing she's just protective of her, nephew, but I think there's more intentions than that.
Well, I think Tori has a lot that she's protective of. She's grown up. This is her life. This is all she's ever known. And the Greyborn name and the money involved and everything else. I think at this point, she feels like she's the only one holding it all together. And so she's willing to do whatever it takes to fight for that and to protect that. And, that takes her in lots of different places over the season.
For your character, Warren, how is he handling that protection?
From Tori?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, these are two people that have been each other's lives for a long time. And obviously the starting off point is this horrific, death that sends a lot of things on its course, but they've known each other for a long time and they seem to butt heads. We see that quite a bit. What I do believe at its core is two people who are very, very protective of Jasper. They just see that protection and healing in two different ways and what it might take. And then you add Elena into the mix and she comes in, and I think they both see her very differently. I see her as a potential, godsend for my son to help him heal and maybe help our family move on and move him forward. And I think Tori sees her in a very different way. And that tends to bring up a lot of things as well.
Yes.
Like two cats wrestling.
I know. And as a showrunner, I think I can ask you what it was about the first episode that made you guys want to bring in Matthew as not naive, because he catches Elena on a little lie.
Yeah, I mean, I guess there's a certain practicality to Matthew. And, as Warren has said, you see what you want to see. And what he wants to see first and foremost is he wants his son to be okay. And he wants someone to be there for his son that will help him be a kid again and work through, kind of walk through the fire of grief. And there is some spark in Elena that he sees right away, that in his mind, he can justify oh, she lied about this and she maybe wasn't totally forthright about that. But nobody's perfect. But fundamentally, what she is bringing into this sort of home that is haunted, for them, for Jasper and Matthew, she's bringing life. It's something. She's bringing joy. She's bringing. She's so easygoing. She's so natural with him. She's not your typical nanny. She's a delight. And I think a lot of us are willing to sort of say, I will take. I glimpse some red flags, but I will be willing to look away. And Matthew has seen some things. He doesn't come from this world. He's not particularly sheltered. He's sophisticated, but he also keeps his own counsel. He's very careful, and he knows what he's doing, and he is nimble enough to navigate this world and keep his sense of self, and he's not been corrupted, maybe a little, but you know, he's trusting his gut.
Is the building a key character? Because
Yeah.
I feel like the building, it kind of like Elena meets her rival, her match with the building itself.
She does.
Mm-hmm.
The building
I
is
think it's
just like
interesting.
her. It's not what it seems.
Well, also, you know, we talked about what a great job production has done with creating this character unto itself, right? I mean, the Greyborn is this overriding thing because it's not just a building; it's an idea, it's a world, it's a lifestyle. And hats off to our production designer and everybody involved in that, because if you don't buy that, then you don't buy anything. And I think they did such an incredible job that you feel you're in this big, old, majestic, scary, creepy building that's got so many secrets, so much going on. But, you know, as Emily had said earlier, it's this big, giant building, yet it feels claustrophobic. There's something in it that is just like you can feel it in your bones. And I think as a viewer, if we don't believe that, we don't believe that world, because that's where a lot of this thing happens, then we can't take you in different directions and play with it. And so I think that's a hats off to everybody that designed that, put that together, because I think the Greyborn is absolutely like spectacular, every little detail.
Well, I can't wait to watch more. Thank you so much for your time.
All right, thanks, Nancy.
Nancy.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.